way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
Is that me or is it just dirty? Let's clean you up here. Hello guys. So for today we're just gonna do acrylic painting. We're gonna go back to our just originals, our what we always work with, our acrylic paints. We're just gonna do a nice almost like it almost looks like a sunflower, but it's nice, like a bright orange with some yellow and white. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's just get right into it. For this one, you're gonna need, of course, your acrylic paints. I hope you still have most of your acrylic paints left over. So today I'm gonna be using dark green. I have both dark green and light green with me, but if you only have one green, then to make it lighter, you mix in white, and then to make it dark green, you mix in black. Okay? That's if you have only one green. But if you have a light green and a dark green, go ahead and get those. I have the greens, brown, white, a little bit of white. I have another one, but I want to use this up. White, red, yellow, and orange. Okay, and then for brushes, first let's talk about our canvas. So I have this canvas for today. I'm not sure what kind of canvas you guys have left over, but this is just a project that you can do on whichever canvas you want. If you have this big canvas, this kind of larger size, if you have that one, that's fine. Go ahead and do it on that one. If you wanted, you could do it on your, if you still have the small little one laying around, you could do it on this small one if you just want to do a small little painting. The only thing is you're gonna have to use, so like if I wanted to do the big one, I would use my big brush to put down the base. But if you're gonna do the small one like this, then I'd use like kind of a smaller brush to get down the base. And then same thing for the petals on the big one. So like if you had a big canvas, you would use one of your big paint brushes to paint on the petals. And then for the small one, you would use a smaller paintbrush to paint on the petals, just like this. So I would say whichever size you guys want to do, whichever canvas you have left laying around. And see, I even have this one left over. This one is almost the same size, but it's a square instead of a rectangle. But let's just go ahead and start off with our canvas. So I'm using the bigger canvas so you guys can see better. Now let's talk about paintbrushes. I'm sorry, my nose is stuffy today. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm trying to breathe. So, like I said, for the big canvas, you're gonna need your big paintbrushes, and for the small little canvas, you're gonna need more of the detail brushes. If I remember correctly, you should have one big one, you should have like a medium-sized brush, and a small one. Maybe, I think some of you guys even have like an in-between of the medium and small brush. So after paintbrushes, again, you know the drill. You'll need water, a cup of water, and some paper towels to wipe your brushes and to clean up if you make a mess. Next thing is chalk. I need to find mine. I don't have it here right now, but go ahead and get your chalk as well because we'll be using that too. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Oh, yes, and you will need a plate or a something to put your paint on or in. We need chalk. Okay, awesome. So for today, we are going to start out with our dark green. We're going to paint our whole entire canvas green for this one, okay? Ah. All right, there we go. There's our base. Now we wait and let it dry, okay? Okay, sweet. This is awesome. All right, so I was going to put a second coat, but I really like this texture of the brush. Like, it gives it instead of just being a plain black or plain green background, I like how it looks. It kind of gives it like a bamboo kind of look. And this flower that we're gonna do is kind of like a tropical kind of flower too. It looks really bright and fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. You can put a second coat if you want to. That's fine. It's up to you if you want. But if you want to just leave it like this, that's fine as well. So let's get started on our flower. So the flower today, I have the picture, but it's on my phone and I'm using my phone to record. So I can't really show you. Well, actually, you know what? I'll edit it right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, pop. There is the picture. That's the flower that we're gonna do. Figure out how to draw it first. And now I'm ready to show you guys how to draw this flower. I'm gonna break it down into a few parts. All right, so I found my chalk. Here it is. So first, we're gonna start off with the middle. Again, we want your sunflower, or it's not a sunflower. I keep calling it a sunflower. It looks almost like a sunflower, but you want your flower to be nice and big. So I'm gonna have the flower petals like even touching the ends, maybe even going off the side. So that's how big we want it. So the middle will be smaller, but we don't want to make it too small, because if we make a small middle, then we'll make small petals. Okay? So I'm going to start in the middle. Middle is like right there, roughly. And we're going to start with a circle first. So we're going to kind of make like almost like a target, like a bullseye. So there's our middle. Now we're going to do another ring on the outside, just like this. Now there's our, like, the middle where, like the brown, where the seeds go. Okay? Now, we're going to make an even bigger ring. So like I said, I want to use like the very edges here. So I'm just going to kind of draw this big circle going right here. Let's see, yeah. Make like a rainbow going that way. We'll make upside down rainbow going this way. Just like that. Perfect. If you have any areas that you don't want or you like need to redo, just to take a little bit of water on your paintbrush too. And just kind of squeeze it out so it's a little damp, and then use that. It picks up the chalk a bit better, and it doesn't make it all white and dusty. Now we've got this target like ring or circle. Now let's go ahead and move on to our petals. Alright, so for the petals are really easy. So what I did is I started with one on top first. So I'm just gonna, I hope you guys can see and I'm not covering it too much. So watch. Start at the top, come down, just like that. Do another one, start, and we want to make a point. At the very end, you want to make a point. Make sure you make a point. Instead of coming to a point right here, we want the bottom to be kind of fat a little bit. So I'm going to end it like right there. So coming from that point to make a point, go out and come back in. There we go, there's one petal. Sweet. Now, we just do the same thing all the way around. As many petals as you want, as few petals as you want. I'm gonna be kind of doing a lot of petals since I made such a big ring, which I don't mind, but you guys can do however many petals you want. So I'm just gonna keep drawing a bunch of these all the way around, okay? So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna leave a little gap. Go up. Make a point and connect it right to the base. See? Same thing here. Up. Whoops. And like I said, if you mess up, just take your damp paintbrush and swipe away. Make it bend this way a little bit more. I'm making my petals a little fat because I made these ones kind of skinny, but I'm trying to take up a lot of room. Plus I think the colors will show up better. Again, just like this. Perfect. And just keep going all the way around. Ta-da! Okay, now you might be thinking, okay, we're done, but nope, not yet. You can see we still have these parts right here that are empty. We're gonna fill those in. So, in order to do that, we gotta add some more petals. And the way we're gonna do that is, okay, let's start at the top again. So here's your first petal and your second petal. Now I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to draw coming out. Let's see if I can draw with my left. You're going to come out from this petal and you're going to make a point at the circle again, this line. And then you're going to come back down and connect it to the second petal. You see? Just like that. Perfect. Same thing on the other one. So here's petal one, or maybe one petal, another petal that you made. You're gonna come out from this one, make a point, almost like a triangle. So you see this like little triangle kind of thing. That's what you're making. Come out here too. And this one kind of goes off the edge, which is fine. Again, right here, I'm gonna make a big fat one. So this one, like I said, like a triangle. See, so what we're doing is we're overlapping. This is it might be a little confusing, but what we're doing is we're trying to draw the flower petals overlapping like this. So here's the middle, here's my hand. My hand is one flower petal, and then this flower petal would be underneath like that. And then would be another one right here. So basically that's what's happening here. I don't know if that cleared up a lot, but you know what, we're just gonna keep going. Just follow my lead and everything will turn out fine, okay? We'll do the next one. just like that. Next one. This one goes off the canvas, so that's fine. One more. And ta-da! See? Now, like I say in all my videos, you can pause and go back, slow down, pause, draw, that sort of thing. So use this time, if I went a little fast, use this time to just go back, pause the video if you need to, rewind, that sort of thing. Okay? But once you get done with that, then come back to this part and we will start on the next step. Just take our damp paintbrush again, and we're just going to erase our circle line. So those are the big circle that we use like as a guideline. Just like that. Perfect, see? And now next what we get to do is we get to paint our flower. So in the picture, I'll put it here again. So I don't know if you can see how it goes from like a dark orange to yellow and then to white. I know there's brown in the middle too, but we'll do that. That'll be one of the things we'll do last, okay? As you can see in the picture, we're going to be working on our blending again, guys. We need to get back to our blending. So we're going to relearn some of our blending tricks. It's going to be a little bit different since it's on each flower petal, but we might be able to use this kind of technique in the future. You never know. But we can do this. Let's do this. And let's go, okay? So what we're going to start with first is these petals. The petals that are behind, they're like kind of the triangle ones, the ones that we put in last. We're gonna start on those first because we don't want to cover up the ones in front. I don't know if you quite understand all of what I'm saying, but again, just follow my lead and we'll get through this, okay? So go ahead and get out your orange paint. If you don't have orange paint, mix red and yellow together. Maybe a little bit more yellow. Lot of yellow, little bit of red. Mix that together, you get orange. Okay? Okay, I've got my yellow. Now I'm going to take my paintbrush. Like I said, I have a bigger canvas, so I'm using a bigger paintbrush for me. And let's go ahead. Let's go in. We'll just go right in. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be painting almost like every other petal. So it would be paint this one, don't touch that one. Paint this one, don't touch that one. Paint this one, don't touch that one. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. I don't know if you can see, but I'm following my lines and I'm staying inside the lines, just like coloring. Down to the base. I mean, it's okay if you get a little messy, but try to stay inside your lines, okay? Try your best. See, so now I'm skipping this one, going to this one. And I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around. Now you can go ahead and do one quick second coat, okay? Now we move on to the fun part. For this part, we are going to go ahead and use our smaller brushes. So like more like your detail brush. Get that out, okay? And then go ahead and put out some of your yellow and your white paint. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this different, like kind of, I don't know if you see the picture here, I'll put it up again. Picture, it's not necessarily like a really blended kind of colors. It's more like they look like almost like lines. So that's what we're gonna do today. I think it looks pretty cool and something different. And we are kind of blending the colors at the same time because red, orange, and yellow and white, they all go together. Like they all blend really nicely. What I'm gonna do first, take your small paintbrush. I'm gonna dip into the yellow, just like that. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to do lines going all the way up, starting from about like right here at the beginning and that go to the middle, okay? So here we go. Just like that. And you want to blend it in, so you're just going to keep making small little strokes. Up, 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 going away from the center of the flower. And you see how it's kind of blending in there? That's what we want. So make sure your petals are still nice and wet. Don't let it dry like how we let the background dry. Just go right in with your yellow, okay? Go up. Going away from the center of the flower. Up. You're just going to make a bunch of lines going up. Does not have to be perfectly blended. That's what we want. We want this like kind of texture of lines going upwards, going away from the center of the flower. There we go. Now, before we move on to the next one, you don't have to wash your brush. That's fine. You take your same brush, pick up some more orange, and now you're going to go at the bottom, go up. Remember, away from the center. And blend it in. Just keep going up like this, and it will blend all by itself. Just like that. Show you again. And if you need to, keep going back, rewinding, pausing. Okay? So take your yellow, start from the bottom down here and go out. So this petal is going that way. You want to go, here's the middle, you want to go away from the middle. And this one's the same thing. So all the way around, you want to go, on this one you want to go away. So away from the middle would be this way. Away from the middle on this one would be this way. This one going out. Out, 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 out. And just keep doing that. Let the blending, or let your brush do all the work. It will blend. You just gotta keep using this motion of going outwards, okay? And if you just keep going out, you see I'm just going, I'm not going back and forth. I'm not doing that. I'm putting down my brush, going out, picking up my brush, putting it down, going up, and then picking up. Okay? You're not going back and forth. You're just putting your brush down, making a line up, and picking up your paintbrush, going back down. So you pick up some more orange and put it on the bottom and blend upwards, and it will blend the yellow right into the orange. Ta-da! Okay, next one. I'll show you one more time. Yellow. I'm gonna go out, out, out. Just keep going. All over on your petal, as far as you can go. All the way in the middle here. See? Oh, that looks so cool. When you don't let it dry and you do this, it looks so cool. It gives it that texture and the streaky look, okay? That's what you want. Okay, got all the yellow done. And it's just kind of, again, like messy brushwork. We're just having fun here, guys. This is really cool. Take your orange, blend that yellow all the way in. Do the same motion you were doing with the yellow. Go out, 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 out. Just like that. Perfect. Next one, I'm just gonna finish these ones right here, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, sweet. And we are done with that step. I hope you guys got the hang of it. If not, it's okay. We got a lot more petals. Just keep going, keep pressing forward. Don't hate it until you see the final result. And normally, you don't hate it at the final result. Okay? What we're gonna do next is we are going to do the same thing, but with the other petals. So we're just gonna repeat the process. Okay? So take your big paintbrush again, fill it up with your orange paint, and let's go ahead and paint in these other petals. Just being kind of careful and cautious to these other petals, these nice ones that you just made. So just right in there. And it's okay if you messed up. Maybe you did paint all the petals already, and that's fine. Whichever order or way works for you and you guys understand, completely okay. Just want you guys to have fun and to just let your mind be creative. Okay? Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my second coat. Again, we're just kind of repeating the same steps that we did with these ones, okay? So I'm gonna put a second coat of orange on, then we can start with the yellow again.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, there we go. Now, let's go ahead and move on to our next step with the yellow again. You know what, actually this time I will go ahead and zoom in on the canvas so you can see even better. Yeah, and I just want to let you guys know, I know this one might be a lot more different and a little bit more challenging, but like, we want to try and challenge you guys to try new things and to see what you guys can do, okay? And to just practice, because even though if it doesn't work out the way you want it, maybe it's because you're trying this for the very first time. And when you try things for the very first time, most of the time you can mess up or it doesn't turn out right. But you know what? At the end of the day, you tried and you're learning something new. And the more and more you do it, the more and more you practice it, then that's when you start to get better at it. You challenge yourself to do these things. You challenge yourself to keep practicing. And in turn, that's when you get better. Okay? So, good thing there's a lot of petals, like I was saying earlier. So you have a lot of practicing here to do. You have multiple areas to practice this new technique, okay? But if there's that first petal that you did at the beginning that probably isn't looking that great to you, that's okay. Just take a deep breath, move on, okay? Take a deep breath, move on. Keep practicing all of your petals and you'll get there. See, like how this one right here, that was my first one that I did. That looks a lot different. Well, it looks a little different than this one right here. But you know what? I'm fine with it and it looks great the way it is, okay? So I'm gonna move you guys in a little bit and I'm going to show you a slower version. Just slow down my hand a little bit just to show you how I'm doing the brush strokes, okay? So, back in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm still here, okay? I'm just behind the camera and I put it in front of me so that you can see what I'm seeing, okay? And it's just a little bit better. You can see a little bit clearer, a little closer, okay? So let's get started. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna work on the very, very top one up here. Okay, whoops. This one, okay? So let's go ahead and take our yellow. Where is it? Right there. Our yellow on our paintbrush. Okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my paintbrush down, pull up, just like that, okay? So you see my paintbrush is up now. My paintbrush down, pull up, away from the circle. Up, 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 up. And just blend it in. You just keep picking up and pulling, pushing, just like that, and it blends it. And I know I go a little fast, that's just because I know how to do it, but take your time. If you need to slow down the video, pause it, and do every petal one at a time. That's okay. Okay? That's awesome. That's great. Do it at your own pace. Alright? So you can, if you want to, or if it's easier, just do it slowly. Go up, just like that. Start from this side, from the middle, and go out, go up, and just keep blending it in. Get some more yellow. See, we're kind of losing it in there a little bit. So that's kind of good actually, because it's mixing in with the orange. Again, start at the base of the petal and go out. I think that's enough yellow. Now I'm gonna take my paintbrush, pick up the orange now, put it at the very, very base of the flower petal and go up. This one we're using small strokes. With the yellow, you're using long strokes going upwards. With the orange, you're gonna use short, really short strokes. Going up. Maybe a few that are long, some are short, some are long. Just like that. Get your yellow again on the paintbrush. Now I'm going to move on to this one. Start at the bottom, make your long stroke going out. Just like that. Sometimes you need a lot of yellow on your paintbrush because it blends in. It likes to blend in with the orange. Sometimes it'll get lost in the orange. Just like that. I'm going to take our paintbrush, put it back in the orange. Pick up the orange. And do the bottom. Small strokes. Ta-da! See? I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the rest of the video, or the rest of the petals, just for video length purposes, okay? Okay, sweet. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and move on to our next step. Our next step, you will need brown, okay? Brown. So, again, put the picture. There's some brown in the middle there, along with the orange. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Basically, it's basically the same steps that we just did with like the orange and the yellow. We're just gonna put brown, and this time we're not gonna blend it in, so we're not gonna do like a bunch of strokes to try and blend it all the way out. We're just gonna put like a few strokes in there just to put it around like and make like this nice brim. Okay, so go ahead and get your brown. I'm gonna use this medium-sized brush that I have. All right, are we ready? Start from the middle again, right here. You're just gonna swipe out, 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 out. Very small strokes, just like that. That's it. All the way around. All the way around. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Put your paintbrush in the water. Always put your paintbrush back in the water when you're not using it. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and separate our flower petals, okay? Because they are kind of blended together in the middle here. It's a little hard to see. And to use that, we're going to use red, okay? And get out your smaller paintbrush again. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to trace these lines in the middle. The lines that if you can remember, those lines that we drew at the beginning. So let me just show you one first. I'm going to trace so it separates each petal. So I'm going to start from right here. I'm going to come down. Just like that. Ta-da! Again, so on the side we'll do the same thing. There we go. And it just divides our flower petals and makes it easier for us to see where they start and where they end. Same thing, keep going all the way around. Ta-da! Keep doing it always with flowers. You got to go outwards. So I'm taking my paintbrush and I'm painting the line out, away, out, away, out. Okay? Just like that. Same thing. We're just gonna go all the way around. Ta-da! Just like that. Okay, now we can move on to the middle. Now for the middle, what we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna take our brown, our dark brown, and we're just gonna paint this little middle circle here, okay? Just fill that in first. Just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mix some brown yellow. We're going to put some brown here off to the side, and we're going to take some of our yellow. Oops. And we're just going to mix it together so we get this kind of yucky brown, but you know, that's what the middle looks like, that color. Alright, so we've got our yellowish brown. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to fill in the rest here. Again, using that same motion of going outwards all the way around. And then take some more of just the brown, and we're going to make that circle again in the middle, just like that. Beautiful. Now this is the fun part. This is where we get to put like the little pollen and seeds in there. So you remember this technique, right? We take the other end, the tip of the paintbrush, of the handle. We're going to dip it into our yellow, just like this. And we're just going to go boop, 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 boop. Add some more, all the way in here, just everywhere in the middle, okay? We just need to do the tips of the flowers and some leaves in the background. Almost there, okay? Stuck around this long. Home stretch, okay? So before we do that, we have to let it dry completely, okay? Let it dry.
20 minutes later.
Alright, awesome. We are back. It is completely dry. Now, what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and work on the tips of the flowers and the leaves. So let's go ahead and draw in our leaves first. I think I want to save the white for the very last. So let's go ahead and do our leaves. So I'll do a big one going off here. There. Let's try that. There's one. I think I'll put like 2 small ones coming out from here. Maybe one more down here. You can put as many as you want. I'm gonna put actually a few. Just like that. Put as many leaves as you want. Then we're going to take our light green. Again, if you don't have light green, you just mix some white into regular green and you'll get a lighter green, okay? And then we're just gonna paint in these leaves. So paint them once and then do a second coat, all right? Okay, put my first coat down. Now I'm gonna go back over and do my second coat. And remember, just try to take your time and try your best to go in between the flower petals, okay?
A few minutes later.
Okay, now we're done with that, we can go ahead and go in with some more dark green, and we're gonna add just a line down the middle just to show that it's a nice leaf, okay? Okay, so you're gonna take your smaller detail brush, dip it in the green, the dark green. Okay, we're just gonna take it and we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna make a line here down the middle. Maybe you can make some outwards too. Going out again. Just like that. And let's go to the next one. This one is 2, so I'm gonna put a line down the middle to separate them, just like how we did with the lines in the petals. Just like that. And just do it to the rest. we can get started on the white tips. Now we're gonna kind of do what we did with the yellow and the orange, okay? But with the white, and we're gonna go, this time we're gonna go from the tip to the inside, okay? Instead of going out, away from the middle, we're gonna go in. So let's take our white right on our paintbrush. So you're gonna go from the tip, and you're just gonna go up. You're gonna go in towards the middle. Again, just using some small little strokes going upwards towards the middle, and there we go. That tip's done. And we are done, guys. Awesome. That one was kind of long, a little tricky and hard, but hey, it was something different and pretty cool. And I hope you guys had some fun learning a new skill and a new technique for blending and giving, because like I said earlier, we have like our regular blending, which we do back and forth like for our skies and stuff normally, but this blending had to do with like this small little area. So yeah, and plus this kind of blending gives it more texture, makes it look like lines, that kind of like flower petal look. Just like always, do not forget to sign down here on the bottom. Grab my Sharpie, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put my signature or my initials right here. Just like that. I don't know if you can see that. He's in the way. Okay, just like that. And then we're gonna put the year 2020. And then once this is all dry, just don't forget to go back in and you can clean up the edges with your wet paintbrush, or even just a wet paper towel. If you take your paper towel and put a little bit of water on it, just a tiny bit, it doesn't need to be soaking. But then you just take your finger and you clean up all the chalk on the ends. Okay, I hope you guys had a great time, and I hope I was able to bring a smile to your face, or make you laugh, or just making sure you guys have a good time. Okay, we all love you at JP, and we all miss you so much. Stay safe. Got it? You stay safe. You. Yes, I'm talking to you. You right there. Look me in the eye. Promise me you'll stay safe. Promise me. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll see you guys. Bye.